This is yet another film that I've heard so much about, yet I've never actually bothered to see it until now. And I'm so glad that I finally saw it, because Sideways is easily one of the best films of the 2000s. Jack and Miles are two men who go on a tour of wine country in California. The trip is a last fling for Jack before his wedding on Saturday. This means a whole week of taking life easy between two old friends. Things happen along the way which make us want to dislike these two guys for what they do, but we end up understanding them so well that we can't quite muster the hate that we thought we could. Because who they are and what they mean to each other isn't always negative. We know all this because the characters are so well developed that we really feel like we know them. Miles is a neurotic, self-loathing worrier who's been divorced for 2 years and is hesitantly waiting for news on whether his book's going to get published. And Jack is a carefree television actor who can't resist a hookup when he sees one approaching. You would almost think that these two shouldn't be friends, and yet they are the best of friends. They recognize each other's flaws, and they're always getting on each other's nerves, but when the chips are down, we see that they really do care for each other, and they would do almost anything for each other. As they go about their trip, they come across two ladies who each appeal to one of the two guys. One is named Maya, and she's a waitress at one of Miles' usual restaurants. When he meets Maya, Jack points out to Miles that he's failed to notice that she's interested in him for all the time that they've known each other. Meanwhile, Stephanie is a young mother whose relaxed attitude and free spirit causes Jack to make a decision while on the trip. Sideways is one of those honest looks at men's flaws and shortcomings, leaving Miles at the mercy of the various powerful women in his life, even as Jack lives in denial about that same fact. As for the two main female characters, they're certainly there as potential love interests, but the movie goes out of its way to put them in the position to choose or reject the men. And regardless of gender, each person opens up in the film, and their vulnerability allows for them to either be struck down in disappointment or made more complete in their happiness. I don't want to go into much more because the movie is so good that you really need to see it for yourself. Alexander Payne's writing and his directing are phenomenal, and they give the actors so much good to work with. Paul Giamatti and Thomas Hayden Church have never been better playing these two unique characters. Virginia Madsen is wonderful in the role of Maya, and Sandra Oh is especially attractive and talented as Stephanie. In between the perfect blends of comedy, drama, romance, and heartbreak, Sideways is truly a film that is worth watching.